All right, so I think what this is 18, 19, whatever. I don't know what it is, but we've been out here a lot, so that's good. So we started here. Oh boy, brush is not on. So we started here, very straightforward, and just went down this way, you know. There's a bit of noise around here, some dogs. There's some buzzing noise as well. I think the highway here is obstructing that, but it was kind of like, what the hell is this? We're supposed to be in the middle of nowhere. There's some properties here, you know, that might be making some noise. I don't know exactly, but the point is, the big thing today was there's the river here finally, the San Jacinto River. We crossed other creeks that were functionally the San Jacinto River, but it was basically a creek. This one was, in fact, a big deal because we had to climb over a tree that I think I climbed yesterday. We found the old bridge that washed out maybe a decade ago or something. But anyways, that's a lot of fun. And insert here for that. All right, so we have just arrived at, look at that, San Jacinto River. So we crossed a couple forks of the river, but those were basically creeks. They're technically the river. This is the big one. And I crossed it last time, a year or so ago, by walking across some piece of wood that was down the river. Now we don't see anything. There's something over there potentially. Right there. You see that? That thing. The problem is that this is as far as I wanted to get today. There's another trailhead that way. We can head back maybe tomorrow or whatever the weather is. We can do that later. But I still want to cross the river so I can say I crossed the river, right? And not just came to both sides of the river, right? So I want to do that today. It's still relatively warm. It's like 57, 60, something like that. Tomorrow it's going to be like 37 out here. It's still doable to hike if there isn't any rain or sleet on the roads because it's going to get pretty nasty. The polar thing's coming. It's going to be cold for days. It's going to be like in the teens overnight, which is really bad. It's amazing, like, I think in the last 25 years, more than 25 years I've been here, maybe almost 30 years, over the last 4 years, there's been 3 really cold winters where you had a couple really cold days like this. And before that, I don't remember it getting below 20. Like, oh, it's 25 Fahrenheit. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. But now it's like 3 out of the 4 years you've had it in the teens. You know, it's been a pretty mild winter even for Houston thus far, but it's going to get pretty chilly. So anyways, I still need to cross today. Otherwise, I don't know. I'll have to like come back later just to cross the fucking river. And maybe it's going to dry up a little more. Sometimes you can walk through this. I know there used to be some bridge thing here at some point. That is long gone. I never saw it myself, but there were signs of some kind of bridge structure here. Some rope dangling across somewhere, but yeah, that's long gone. So we'll have to see. And yeah, that's it for now. All right, so we are a little bit towards the east, like 2 minutes in. And look at this. Is this part of the old bridge? Or is this, oh boy. Okay, well, who knows? But the point is, right here is where it's possible to cross to the other side. I think I used this last year too, although, let's see. Let's see how this works, huh? So, yeah, it looks like other people have used this too. Well, all right, let's see. My concern is how wet the log is and how slippery and gross and old it is. Now, do I have to show people I go across the log? You know what, I'm going to have to use both of my hands and not hold a camera, and I can't attach this to anything. So we will turn this off, but hopefully we'll be dry on the other side and we can take a picture there, huh? Sounds like a plan. So I made it across. I crawled on all fours, so if I did slip, I could just kind of hug the whole thing and not have my whole body weight sling me into the river. Well, let's go to the other side, just so we can also see. Look at that. There's a path here. This isn't too bad. Looks like people have used this. And I'm fairly certain I used this last year or whenever too. Yeah, oh, here's another piece of wood right here. Could be just random debris, you know. Oh my goodness, we found it. This is the old bridge. Look at this shit. I didn't see this. And there's a thing on here too. Look at that. This used to be the old bridge then. Well, that's interesting. So there used to be a bridge across here. It was a long time ago because like this has grown over it. So this is at least 5-10 years. There's some rebar. So this is a pretty serious endeavor here, you know. And look at that, the old path used to be here because you have a tag on the trees. So that new thing where they put the San Jacinto River thing there, that's old, or that's new. They just rerouted the thing and said, fuck it, it'll just be straight, even though this looks like it was never straight. Well, this is fun. I mean, I wish I could keep going and this was a loop and we could go back some other way, but we kind of have to go back the same way we came from. Okay. So we actually have to go back on the makeshift bridge. And yeah. So yeah, this is the other side. And see, this is the other side of the San Jacinto River. See, it goes so right. Yeah, and I checked over there. There's actually, if we see it from here, hold on. Let me see. Ah, yes. Let me flip it. So this is where I try to, you can see, so there's some red, a giant red ring. Can you see the giant red ring? I can see the giant red ring. There we go. There's like a red ring around the tree. It's not the best, but right next to it is purple. And that is actually private property. The tip of that river is actually private property, so you have to like go kind of near it. But the point is that there wasn't any good crossing over yonder there. And it's just that thing that we crossed, and then we have to recross again because we're just headed back that way. So this is fun. It's pretty easy to pass, and yeah, that's it for now. All right, so that was basically it. We hit the river, we crossed it back, and we came back to the parking lot. That's it. So this took maybe, you know, a little over an hour because it was almost 4 miles, 3.5 to go there and go back. So who knows? And yeah, I guess that's it. It was fun. Tomorrow is going to be cold. I don't know if I'm coming out. If I am, it will be probably here. We'll hit the river, go back. Maybe we'll, well, I don't know. We might take a little loop here with the, what do you call it? It's going to be really cold tomorrow, like 30 something. So we'll have to wage that. But we go here, we cross this road. Well, that's an hour, 2.7. Again, maybe we can use these little roads. The pipeline road might work. We might just loop back. I don't want to go on this highway because it's like 60 miles an hour. I'm not going to be walking on that. But, you know, 280D, 280B, we could do something. There's a gas well there. You know, I know that I've seen, even on the normal trail, some oil wells, like those seesawing things. And you can see it says oil field, you know, oil wells. You can see some here. The other map actually has a little better, yeah, you have some little black spots here. That might be the buzzing. I don't think it's coming across too well, but that's annoying too. It's like, okay, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, and yet I'm hearing buzzing. Dog, but I don't know if the buzzing is coming through because it's relatively faint, but it sounds like an incoming plane, but it like continues most of the time. So I don't know, but that's the plan tomorrow. If I'm out here, it's probably not going to be that. It's not going to be wet. It might be wet like overnight tomorrow. The cold front is coming in, so we'll see if there's any sleet on the. Yeah, I'm not coming out here. You know, it's a problem anyways with this. It's kind of old and whatever, but. Yeah, it's fun. We've been out here almost 20 times now. We still have a bit of ways to go. I think there's a lot more maps and stuff, but this is fun. You know, it's easy to get about 2-3 hours of walking in at least. Sometimes we did more. Sometimes, yeah, this 2.5 hours is about the minimum, but it's really good. So I guess that's it, and yeah, we'll do this tomorrow, maybe.